My God, I hate drugs.
Defense Secretary Delphine Lorenzana has just confirmed the deaths of Abu Sayyaf leader ISNILON HAPILON and Omar Maute, one of the leaders of the ISIS-inspired Maute group in military operations in Marawi City this morning. Lorenzana says this signals that they are nearing the end of the hostilities in Marawi City. Hopefully, he could announce cessation of hostilities within the week, but he also stresses that this will not automatically mean the lifting of a martial law in Mindanao. Let's check the situation there in Marawi City. Let's talk to our correspondent, George Cahilas. But before we go to George, we will play the part of the media briefing earlier by Secretary Lorenzana.
Yes, I confirm the killing of Hapilon ISNILON at saka Omar Maute this morning, early this morning. We were supposed to go to Marawi today with the President, pero we were prevailed upon by the commanders on the ground to postpone our trip because they are going to conduct the assault this morning. So, while following their operational plan, they were able to do it this morning. They were able to get Hapilon ISNILON and Omar Maute. They were both killed. In fact, their faces have already been displayed in the internet and in the websites. Plus, they were able to recover 17 hostages.
So, the circumstances behind the killing po nila?
It was an operation because yesterday they were able to get a testimony from a hostage that was able to escape. And she, kasi babae siya, she was able to confirm the presence of ISNILON and Maute in that particular building. So that's the building that they assaulted this morning, early this morning.
So confirmed na po na patay yun?
Yeah, confirmed na sila. They are confirmed dead.
Pero ongoing po ba?
There is still another personality that they are trying to get, si Dr. Mahmoud, the Malaysian. He, according to some reports, he's still hiding in some of one of the buildings there, and that's what they're trying to do now.
Sir, ano ang implication nito? Yung pagkamatay ni...
Ang implication nito ay malapit na matapos yung Marawi incident natin, and we may announce the termination of hostilities in a couple of days.
Sir, they were killed by a ground operation?
Yeah, operation. No, not strike. I think they were killed by the soldiers.
Sir, ilan pa yung hostage yun natitira?
17 kung mga marami pa. Siguro mga more than almost 20 pa yan. Because according to some reports last week, mga 40 pa yan. So minus 17 plus 1, so 18. Meron pa siguro mga 21, 22.
Na-recover na po yung si Omar at si Sir?
Hindi pa. They are still not confirmed, killed, or whereabouts. But they are being hunted by our troops.
Sir, so pilay na yung ISIS dito sa Southeast Asia sa pagkakakita?
That will help eradicate them once and for all. Meron pa silang mga cells dyan. We believe that they still have cells in Basilan, Sulu, also in central Mindanao. But we will also get them if we...
Would they be subjected to DNA test kasi may mga reward po sa
Yes, they will be subjected to DNA test because there are rewards coming from foreign country and also from us. I think Maute has 5 million pesos reward on his head. ISNILON has a $5 million reward on his head, plus another 10 yata from the government. So it's a huge money.
So sir, with the taking of Hapilon and Maute, mga kailan ma-lift yung martial law?
No, we are not talking about lifting martial law yet. Tingnan pa natin. We are only looking in the immediate aftermath of the killing of these two leaders. We may be lifting or maybe announcing the cessation of hostilities in Marawi City within this week. And then after that, we'll find out, we'll assess what the entire Mindanao if there is a need to recommend to the President the lifting of martial law.
Yung kanina, sir, may ibang patay na Maute during today's encounter?
Meron, pero hindi na nila sinabi kung sino-sino at saka number. They just concentrated on these two high-value targets.
Okay, one last question.
Sir, yung pagkamatay ni ISNILON Hamapilon na meron siyang mga tauhan sa other parts of Mindanao, Abu Sayyaf, paano po yung magiging preparation natin in case na magkaroon ng retaliation?
We are prepared. Our troops are prepared. Alam naman natin na it is the modus operandi of the enemy to create diversion dito, diversion dyan, retaliation dito. So our troops are prepared.
Sige, last year, Chair.
Word from the Secretary sa pagpudo sa kumakarap na transfer strike ngayon is part of a destabilization. Galing po ba sa the part of the detention?
I cannot talk about that, yung rescue strikes ngayon. Ano? I do not know hindi ko masyado alam yung details ito eh. So I cannot talk about it.
That was the Defense Chief, Delphine Lorenzana, confirming the deaths of Abu Sayyaf leader ISNILON HAPILON and Omar Maute, one of the leaders of the ISIS-inspired Maute group. He says the two were killed in military operations this morning after a female hostage identified the building where the two were hiding in. Lorenzana also said that he expects the hostilities in Maraw to end within the week, but as for the lifting of the martial law in Mindanao, this will still have to be assessed by the government. Let's take a look back at how the Marawi crisis unfolded. On May 23rd, Maute terrorists attacked the heart of Marawi City and engaged in a firefight with the military. President Duterte, who was then meeting Russian President Vladimir Putin, cut short his trip and declared martial law in Mindanao. In June, the parents of the Maute brothers were arrested. Later, the Maute patriarch Kayamora died in detention. On July 20, President Duterte visited Marawi for the first time to boost troop morale. In his next 4 visits, he showed a matrix exposing drug money as the source of funding in the Marawi attack. In another visit, he was given a live target, a Maute terrorist, to shoot. By August, the number of evacuees has reached hundreds of thousands, many of them forced to stay in evacuation centers. One of the hostages, Catholic priest Chito Suganob, has been rescued, but many hostages still remain with the terrorists. At least 161 soldiers have been killed in action. The war also claimed the lives of 47 civilians. On the enemy's side, 820. The number of internally displaced persons is at more than 350,000. It has been almost 5 months of grueling and non-stop fighting. Many lives have been lost in the battle to free Marawi City of terrorists, and the military is targeting to end the war as soon as possible. George Cahilas filed this report earlier.
On the day the Marawi war is set to end, fighter jets fly over the city, although this time no bombs are dropped. Sounds of gunfire are heard as the military and mounted terrorists engage in a battle near the lake. The military is unable to say when it will all end, only that the day is far from over.
This day, October 15, is not yet over. Hindi na de-demoralize yung mga sundalo natin. In fact, they're fighting really very hard to finish this fight the soonest. They will try to finish it today, but if not, they will still push harder.
The military has set target dates at least 6 times since the war began in May.
Ang timeline namin na binigay namin kay Chief of Staff is October 15. But I believe we can achieve that not later than October 15.
It says the lives are at stake, with about 100 civilians still with the terrorists and thousands of soldiers and policemen fighting the Maute.
Our soldiers are really excited, or looking forward to the end of this war. Marami po sa kanila really want to go home to be with their families. A lot of them have been here since day 1. Hindi pa nakaka-uwi.
Of course, the expectation is there because it has been mentioned October 15 would be, the deadline. But we understand the intricacies of involved in really recovering the areas, because we know as a local how difficult it is for our ground troops to really penetrate the area of Padian.
The military reports clashes on Saturday has left at least 20 soldiers injured, among them a battalion commander hit with a sniper bullet. A rescued 16-year-old girl also tells them Maute fighters are forcing women and children hostages to fight.
Once they carry arms and start firing at our soldiers, then they become combatants. And our soldiers have the right to defend themselves and to perform their mandate.
As for the government troops, they are eager to finish the fight and go home to their families. Authorities and thousands of evacuees hope rehabilitation work will begin soon for Marawi to rise from the ruins. From Marawi City, George Cahiles, CNN Philippines.
Again, our breaking news this hour, Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana has confirmed that Abu Sayyaf leader ISNILON HAPILON and Maute leader Omar Maute both have been killed in operations in Marawi City this morning. Lorenzana, during a press conference a few minutes ago, said the two were killed after a female hostage identified the building where they were staying in. Military operations are still ongoing. Lorenzana says government troops are targeting to find Dr. Mahmoud, a Malaysian who's believed to be still hiding in Marawi City. The pictures on your screen are those of ISNILON HAPILON on the left and Omar Maute on the right. These were, we had to blur the pictures and present them to you in black and white because these are gory and bloody pictures. These were pictures taken from our sources from the military, confirming that both were killed in operations this morning. Lorenzana also says that with the deaths of the two leaders, he expects that the Marawi crisis will end soon. He expects to announce the cessation or the termination of hostilities in a couple of days, possibly within the week. But Lorenzana also says that there are believed to be more than 20 hostages still with the Maute group inside Marawi City. Also, Lorenzana says that with the expected termination of hostilities in a couple of days, this will not immediately result into the lifting of martial law in Mindanao. He says the situation would still have to be assessed. There were also other members of the Maute group killed in operations this morning, but the identities and the number of these they still don't have enough information about that. But 17 hostages were confirmed freed also in the military operations this morning. Lorenzana also assures that the AFP is prepared for any retaliation from the terrorist groups following the deaths of ISNILON HAPILON and Omar Maute.